Hello traders, good morning. Today is 4th July 2021, Sunday 11 a.m. We are meeting as usual for our Chart Whispers session. I hope you are all charged up. Within the first few comments I read a comment by somebody saying, "Sir 4 बजे रखो, Sunday को हम late उठते हैं." Right? See. This time is the most comfortable time for most people. Earlier I used to keep it at 10 a.m. but then I shifted to 11 a.m. I thought that many people would be taking rest on Sundays, getting up late, right? So 11 a.m. is fine. I don't think 4 p.m. is needed. Anyways, I'll think about it. Yes, so I hope everything is visible. I hope my voice is clear. Everything is fine at your end, and there are no problems whatsoever as far as the yes, good morning. Fine, let's start off. For those who are new, many of the people are attending for the first time. Let me explain just for a few seconds. Chart Whispers is a weekly session on YouTube that I do it live. The sessions are absolutely free. And in these sessions, I discuss my handpicked charts that I analyze over the weekend. The charts which are very interesting. I teach you how to trade. I guide you on that. What should be the entry price? What should be your stop loss? What should be your target? All of this using simple technical analysis using just the charts. So not only I share the ideas every time, even in the coming sessions, in the further sessions, I take a follow-up of charts which have been discussed in the previous session. So it is not just that I'm giving away ideas and I'm giving away charts, right? We actually track those charts over a long period of time, how they perform, whether they are successful, whether they have failed, and whatever is the result, we accept it, right? And we learn. That is the intention of this session. Apart from this, if you're liking this session, if you're attending this regularly, then you can hit the like button to show your support. And many people have started asking queries. Queries will be answered at the end if I get time. Initially, I will just take up my charts and we will proceed as per our normal routine, right? So let me share my screen with you now. So I hope you can look at the chart of Nifty 50. Right, the chart is Nifty 50. I hope it is visible. Okay, so here's the Nifty chart. The recent price action is very sideways, very tight. The price is stuck into this zone, right? And it is now whichever course of action it decides, we have to accept it. Let us hope that it breaks out on the upside because of the trend it has on the look at the weekly chart, right? There is this clean uptrend in the long-term chart. If you look at the monthly chart, it is also strong. I mean, there are no signs of major weakness on the high time frames as well. So let's hope that the chart holds this support of 15,500, right? 15,500, yani this level, 15,500 is the current support. That is what we can make out from this chart, right? And if you extend this line, right, see this is coinciding with this candle on 16th Feb. The high at this candle was 15,431, right? So 15,450, 15,500 is a good level of support. That is what we can make out from this daily chart of Nifty 50. Currently the view is sideways with a slight upward bias. If you look at the Bank Nifty chart, the view for Bank Nifty is again sideways with a little weak bias because the trend is distorted here. It is not as good as Nifty's chart. If you look at Nifty's chart, you saw the trend, you saw the chart from left to right, how it was. And look at this Bank Nifty's chart. The price has moved down and now moved up and again going sideways. So the chart is visibly, clearly weaker than Nifty's chart, right? So our view has to be in accordance with that. In accordance to what we see on the chart, right? But there is this area of resistance here, right? And if the price breaks out of this area, then we will see renewed fresh buying in the banking stocks. right? I thought that the breakout would come somewhere here, but it didn't come. But let's wait now. It is forming another base here right now, and maybe soon it may break out, right? But currently the view is sideways. We have to wait for it to break out to give a clean positive bias for the bank Nifty chart as well. Now, let me discuss charts which have been discussed in the previous session. Let's follow up on them. Let's see how they have performed, whether there are any significant developments. See, I will skip those charts. I'll skip those charts where there are no developments, right? What it means is, just a minute. I will skip those charts where there are no developments. It means that Manloki, I have given and we have analyzed a chart, we have identified a trading idea, right? But if the chart, if the price has not moved towards its target, it has not moved even towards its stop loss, then there is no significant development. There is no point in discussing those charts, right? Otherwise, a lot of time will be wasted. Rather, I will just focus on the charts where either the stop loss has hit or either the target has hit, right? There has to be some development for me to discuss the chart. Whenever the chart which are staying idle for a good amount of time, and when they hit the stop loss or target, we will again come to that chart in the coming sessions, right? I hope you understand this. So let's analyze chart. Let's look at the previous charts. There was one chart, hours, which I had taken up on maybe 6th June. 6th June के चार्ट विस्पर सेशन में ये डिस्कस किया था, यानी कि हम यहाँ पे होंगे तब, right? There was this breakout, and it was a clean good buy trade. That is what I had said, and the stop loss would have been placed somewhere here, right below this candle or somewhere here, and this trade has given 2R, right? Risk reward of 2. Fantastic move, clean move from this point of time, right? It has given a move of around 12%, right? So one has to book out of this trade, or at least book out substantially and then trail stop loss. So our financials has worked out well. Sagsoft, this stock we had discussed this stock when we had this price action 22nd April, right? And we had discussed this stock on, just a minute, on 25th April को हमने discuss किया था, right? When we had this candle, and again this stock was again a very clean buy. But क्या हुआ कि इस stock में, this stock was a breakout plus retest function. यहाँ पे ये stock का breakout हुआ था, and we had this big retest candle, big thick retest candle, and that is what triggered me to triggered us for a buy trade, right? पर क्या हुआ कि it stayed in this range for a good amount of time, right? For a good amount of time, it stayed in this range. It stayed here for around 2 months. 2 महीने तक यहाँ पे रहा, और फिर लास्ट वीक जाके यहाँ पे ब्रेकआउट हुआ है, और हमारा टारगेट आराम से बहुत ही अच्छे से यहाँ पे हिट हो गया है. अगर हम मूव मेजर करें तो अराउंड 40% मूव इसने क्लियर किया. 1 महीने में, अगर 2 महीने में होल्ड करके अगर 40% आपको मिलता है, नथिंग लाइक दैट, राइट? Great. We have to be patient sometimes. Depends upon what kind of stocks we are trading, but in such kinds of stock, we have to be sometimes patient and let the chart work out. 2 महीने तक इस चार्ट ने अपना पेशेंस टेस्ट किया था. No, I was not in the trade. I had not taken this Sagsoft trade. Just for clarification. Another stock which was discussed was Aptect. शायद इस ब्रेकआउट के बाद, yes, on 6th June हमने डिस्कस किया होगा ये स्टॉक, right? After this breakout, and again the price came back down, tested this area, and again moving up. Currently the price is up by around 10%, right? Moving nice. But this is again a renewed idea. I'm sharing this as a renewed idea, renewed trade. Again, the price action is very strong here. Look at the volume here coming in on the Friday session, right? And the price action overall looks very good to me. There is this breakout of this minor area, and now we are headed for a breakout of this major area. If you look at the weekly chart, you will see where this line is coming from. This line is coming from, this resistance is coming from the weekly chart. You can see, right? It is from the 2018 price action. This resistance is coming out. And now we are heading for a breakout of that resistance too. And if that happens, then price will straight away move towards its next major resistance to 320 levels, right? Looking at the monthly chart, the chart is good, right? You can see the chart is currently in an uptrend. So Aptect is a renewed idea, but if you have not taken the previous trade, one can initiate a new trade with a stop loss of 235 levels, right? And after the breakout, we can decide what is the target, or we can also start exiting as per your risk reward ratio methodology. Okay? That is Aptect. Another Aptect belongs to the computer education industry, right? Balaji Mines, right? I had a fantastic trade somewhere here, right? On this April, I had some fantastic trade, just the start of the year. And in the previous session, I said when we were here that again it is giving a buy opportunity, right? It is coming at the 50 period moving average and then giving a good positive candle with some good amount of volume. Just a minute. Just a minute. Please hold just a minute. Okay, so this stock is currently up, right? I'm not saying the target has been hit, but it is up by around 5%, right? And you should keep on holding this, right? This is very strong. Another stock is Navin Fluorine. We discussed last week when we were here. Again, this is also up by around 5%. So keep holding. Still, there is no development here. Khadim, yes, this stock was discussed somewhere in March where we were here, right? Somewhere in March where we are here. This is a weekly chart. And we had this resistance like this, correct? And it was discussed on March somewhere here. And I say that we can wait for a breakout. It should be good. And the breakout happened here on the week starting 7th June. Look at move. Phenomenal, right? All the target. तो ये बहुत ही old chart है लेकिन मेरे ध्यान पे आया. So I'm sharing this with you, right? Look at this move, parabolic move, right? Look at the volume. So Khadim is a very old chart that came to me. And you are also very much aware about Sharda Motors, correct? Yes, Vishal, you made good money in Ptc Infra, right? I will take up that chart as well, right? That is also in my radar. It was shared in ECTM channel. Okay. Zimi is asking about Snowman. देखो आप अच्छे से फॉलो करो टेलीग्राम चैनल को. Snowman में कब से एग्जिट ले लिया है और आई हैव एग्जिटेड. सी द थिंग इज प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जिस स्टॉक में लॉस होता है वो लोग पकड़ के बैठ जाते हैं और फिर मैसेज करते हैं कि सर ये स्टॉक का क्या हुआ, ये स्टॉक का क्या हुआ, ये स्टॉक का क्या हुआ, राइट? देखो this mindset has to change first. Some people are just nagging, right? Just trolling कि what about this? आपने ये भी बोला था what about this? अरे भाई सब स्टॉक जो भी फेलियर्स भी होते हैं वो भी हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस करते हैं, राइट? Currently the market scenario is such कि failures are very less, right? I cannot do anything about it. I am also surprised कि इतनी accuracy क्यों चल रही है मेरी, लेकिन the market conditions are very very favorable and my analysis is also working very very nicely currently. ठीक है? तो चेंज द माइंडसेट. स्नोमैन पहले तो सबसे पहली बात कि अच्छे से फॉलो करो टेलीग्राम में. टेलीग्राम में मैंने अपडेट दे दिया है, ट्विटर पे भी अपडेट एक बार दे दिया है कि स्नोमैन में आई हैव एग्जिटेड, आई हैव आल्सो बुक्ड लॉस. ठीक है? तो एक ही चीज बार बार एक ही स्टॉक को पकड़ के आप करोगे तो इससे टाइम वेस्ट होगा सबका. तो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, राइट? तो पहली एडवाइस है, अगर आप जानबूझ के नहीं कर रहे हो जिमी कार्टर, देन यू शुड ट्रैक टेलीग्राम चैनल, बी स्टे अपडेटेड. वहां पे आप सर्च भी कर लो कि हैशटैग स्नोमैन लिख के सर्च कर लो, तो आपको वहां पे भी मिल जाएगा कि स्नोमैन में क्या क्या कब चार्ट पोस्ट किया था, जब कब स्टॉप लॉस हिट हुआ, कब मैं निकल गया. ठीक है? सब आपको मिल जाएगा. तो थोड़ा मेहनत करो. ठीक है? चलो. शारदा मोटर्स आपको तो पता ही होगा. I had traded this personally and a fantastic move, right? I had initiated a trade here with the ECTM members on around 21st June and I exited on Friday fully, right? थोड़ा थोड़ा करके मैंने एग्जिट किया, लेकिन फ्राइडे यानी on the last day of the week I exited my remaining full quantities on Shada Motors and made very good money, right? And I shared the figure on the Telegram channel. I do not remember it exactly, more than let me look. It was 3 lakh gains, right? 3 lakh gains on Shada Motors. So fantastic trade, clear cut idea was there, right? Fantastic breakout. Another stock was Ptc Infra. Again, I have not traded in this. I did an intraday trade maybe. Got a good amount of more intraday only. So exited, but I have not carried it over. But with ECTM channel, I have given this idea and we are still holding. We have booked out 50% here, right? Now we are still holding it. So this is again a fantastic trade. Where on this candle we entered as a pre-breakout trade. यहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छा मुझे volume नजर आया था ये candle पे, and then I decided to buy this, right? And on the very next day it gave a 10% move. PNC Infra again, this stock was also I think given on the Telegram, public Telegram channel, right? अगर आप Telegram channel पे हो तो आपको पता होगा. And Route Mobile, this was very clearly given on the Telegram channel at 3:28 p.m. मार्केट खत्म होने के 2-3 मिनट पहले ही, क्योंकि इमीडिएट मुझे ये चार्ट मेरे रडार पे आ गया. मैंने एक अलर्ट सेट किया था जो आ गया था मुझे, और मैंने भी लास्ट 3-4 मिनट में ही इसमें पोजीशन बना के रख दी, राइट? On 1st July, on the very next day it hit upper circuit and I exited my full position, partially करके, और 20% upper circuit पे भी मैंने थोड़ा position मेरा exit किया, and I booked very nice gain in just one day. It was a kind of a BTST trade, Route Mobile, right? I hope you had many people also traded Route Mobile through the Telegram channel. चलो, तो ये सब हो गया फॉलो अप. अभी डिस्कस करते हैं हम न्यू चार्ट्स. लेट्स डिस्कस न्यू चार्ट्स. If you're liking the sessions, please like the video and share it with as many people as you can, right? There's one query before that from Uday Kumthekar. Please check granules, target and SL. For target and SL, I need you to tell me your entry price. Not without that, how can I understand what kind of risk that you are taking? What is the time horizon that you are looking for? Anyways, granules का चार्ट हम एक बार देख लेते हैं before moving further. This is the daily chart of granules. Absolutely weak. Currently, no point in staying here. The weekly chart, weak. The only good thing about the daily chart and the weekly chart, whatever, is this volume. The volume has picked up here, right? The volume has picked up. That is only the good part, but the trend is currently down. There are no signs of turning around, right? Currently, maybe after some days or some weeks, when the price turns around and then gives a breakout, at that point of time, we can think about going long. But currently, I will not be interested at all in such kinds of charts, right? क्योंकि चार्ट का आप स्लोप देखिए, it is going down. No doubt, recently it is slightly tilting towards the upside, slightly, right? But not very much. So rather we would choose other stocks, not this. Correct. Only good part is volume. Volume has picked up, right? Only that is the only good part. If you're looking for target and stop loss, now if your horizon depends upon your horizon and everything, but the ideal stop loss appears here to be at this level at 298, correct? And the target should be this 427, the high. Rather, some points below the high, like 420 levels, right? 420 should be the good target, correct? So that is the analysis for granules. But currently, I do not think you should. If you are planning to take a new trade, no point. चलो, तो अभी let's discuss charts, few charts which I have handpicked. Let's see. PTC. Lal Path Lab, yes, Dinesh. We will discuss that. Booked very good gains with the TWM members in Lal Path. We will take that up, but currently let me discuss my charts. Okay? Chalo. So now PTC India is the first chart. Look at the daily chart and a clean uptrending chart. No questions about the trend. Shandar uptrend. And now the chart has gone very silent. Very small, tiny candles. When there is such kind of big contraction, then anytime the move can come. What you can do is you can decide to buy above this high of these three candles. If I zoom this in, देखो, तो इनका high जो है 105, right? 105 is a common level, right? So 105 के ऊपर जैसे ही स्टॉक निकलता है, you can initiate a buy trade with a stop loss of 101.8. That would be a good level, and obviously the first target would be 110. ठीक है, good risk reward. There is a swing trade idea for you, long swing trade idea, PTC India. You can keep on your radar this trade. ठीक है, चलो, that is PTC India. Other stocks, let me look at this. Okay, that is Indocount Industries. Indocount Industries is right at the breakout level. Look at this. Look at the structure. Big level. Big structure. Big base. Round. And here the volume has picked up. Right at the breakout level, the volume has picked up nicely. ठीक है? देख सकते हो? So there are high chances that the price will break out. Once the price now listen to this. Once the price crosses 180, once the price crosses 180 level, you can take a long trade with a stop loss at, okay, just a minute. Once it crosses 180 levels, you can take a trade with a stop loss below this level 172 on a daily closing basis. अगर daily का close इसके नीचे दे देता है, then you exit. Otherwise, stay traded in this. Let it cross 181 level, right? And then you can take a long trade. You look at the weekly chart, right? Look at the weekly chart. It is strong. It is strong, making this big curve and now trying to break out of this previous highs. ठीक है, तो Indocount is a good chart with a big base. CCL products, fantastic breakout here. Very nice. On the daily chart, you don't see a fantastic breakout here, right? On the daily chart, tic-tac breakout नजर आता है, right? It was a straight line move and this a curve and kind of a cup with handle, right? ये छोटा सा handle and then a breakout. But असली इसका पिक्चर आपको देखना है तो वीकली पे जाओ. यस, वीकली पे जाओ तो एक आपको एरिया दिखेगा जो बहुत ही पुराना है, यहाँ तक का 2017 का एरिया है. ठीक है, 2017 का है, तब से वो हाई नहीं टूटा है. And now the price is closed above this on a weekly chart, right? Breakout is confirmed. Look at the volumes here. Volumes have picked up very nicely. CCL products, maybe food packaging industries में है, right? So and the chart is very strong, no doubt. So can take a long trade here, right? A long trade can be taken with a stop loss below 360 on a weekly closing basis. Weekly का close के basis पे आप stop loss यहाँ पे लगाओ and let this trade run for a few weeks or maybe a couple of months also to have a big move, right? If you are trading short term, तो फिर आप यहाँ पे weekly stop loss लगाओ और based on 2 hour जब मिल जाता है, 2.5 hour मिल जाता है, start working out, right? But if you are a mid-term trader जहाँ पे आप positionally months hold करते हो, then this is the right stock, a stock which can give great returns, very great returns. ठीक है? CCL products. फिर अच्छा स्टॉक जो है, yes, this GAEL, Gujarat Ambuja Exports. Look at the daily, interesting. But the trend is, first of all, look at the trend. The trend is up, left to right देखो, ऊपर जा रहा है, clear cut. और यहाँ पे एक कर्व बना रहा है. ये जो कर्व वाली जो पैटर्न है, वो मुझे अच्छी लगती है ज्यादा. ठीक है? Just a minute, where is the curve? Okay. Look at this curve, can you see? ठीक है, ये कर्व पैटर्न है and then after the curve comes the handle part. ये handle है, ठीक है, and high probability कि this will further break out. समझ गया? This can very well break out. Pre-breakout trade can be taken here. Very good chart with a stop loss at 166 levels and high chances that the chart will break out, right? फिर आप based on risk reward, अभी इसको all time high पे ही है stock, right? But there are no targets based on the resistance क्योंकि कोई resistance ही नहीं है. Chart has very less friction to move up and look at the volumes. Everything is fine. So here is a very good chart, good pattern, and a breakout can come. Shakti Pump. It is my old trade where I had traded here and made some good money. I exited, made a slight mistake in my exit here. Exited slightly early than what I should have done based on my plan. Because and look at the move. I had exited and entered somewhere here, It made a move of around 50%, but I exited early, right? Anyways, this stock is again interesting, given a good move and coming down. And recently, you see volumes picking up when the price is moving up. Look at this candle. Look at this candle. The volumes are picking up. This means that again the stock is in some the stock has some interest among the people, among the investors, among the traders, right? So one can take a long entry here with a stop loss of 740 levels, rather 739 level would be a good stop loss. An entry can be taken here at 788, and a stop loss would be at 739 level. And obviously the first target would be at 892. It should come. Shakti Pumps looks to me a good swing trade. Time Technoplast. Yeah. Let me look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart is strong. Look at the volumes. Volumes have been continuously rising. Continuously rising. Look at this average of the volume. Continuously rising. On the daily chart, you see volumes are good. Here, the volumes had become silent because the price was making a halt. When the price makes a halt in a good uptrending stock, the volumes become less silent. And then once again, this big candle appeared out of nowhere, and we had a big volume here. Again, another candle, big volume, but this candle did not have a very good price action. It tried to move up and then came back down. And currently the price is at the same level. But looking at this level and looking at the recent volumes coming in, I think this is a very good trade to take. Right? This can be traded with a stop loss of 83 levels. Right? Slightly wide stop loss here, I would suggest. Around 7 to 8% stop, 7.5% stop loss. And in this case, we are moving towards this resistance. If this breaks out, then the move will be very big. That is the intention for this trade. Then we have there is a query from Rohit Singh. Kukuyo CMLN buy at 75. Just a minute. Just a minute, friends. So what is the stock? Kokuyu. Koku. Kokuyu Camlin. Okay. Buy at 75, SL 690, SL 69. Buy at 75. There is water somewhere here. And you're saying SL to be at 16.9. There is somewhere here. And target 100. That is somewhere here. So this is the trade which has been taken by Rohit Singh. Okay. Looks good. The breakout is good, right? The entry was had right at the top, could have entered slightly earlier looking at the volumes coming in maybe. But anyways, the trade looks good to me. There is a good resistance at 90, not 100 here, right? So price may take a halt. So I think some quantities you should exit at 90 first, right? It will take a halt. Then if it further breaks out, then you can add on to that trade again. And then your next target would be at 100. 100 would be a good target. So maybe go for 101, right? Looking at that resistance. Fine, the trade is good. The breakout is there. On the weekly chart, the breakout is there. The trade is fine, right? Volumes are also nice. Looks good to me. Kokuyo Camlin, right? Maybe stationary industries. I do not know. Chala. Vidhi Gupta is asking about Simplex Infra. Just a minute. sell 48,460. No. Exit from such kinds of stocks. There are no developments. There are no good developments. Very, very weak stock. Why put your money here? Do not play like this, right? No, I would not suggest to go along with such kinds of stocks, because if the stock is weak fundamentally, right? Fundamentally बहुत ही weak stock है, then you can, I mean, technically you can expect, right, some momentum moves in the very short term. But if you're looking for major breakouts, right, then those breakouts will not come if the stock is such kind of a stock. Why I'm saying fundamentally weak? Because look at the weekly chart. इसको weekly chart को देखो कहाँ से कहाँ आया है, right? It has eroded all its gains. It was at 620, it has come all the way down to 16, and now it is trading at 47. So do not get into this mindset that I'm getting something cheap just because I had seen this at 590 in April 2018. Now I'm getting at 47. It is cheap, so let me buy this. It does not work like that. Markets do not work like that. But the moment you think about buying it cheap, you will be stuck in that stock for a very long period of time and maybe even make loss. So you should exit Simplex Infra. Rather put your money in the ideas which we are discussing here. It will pay you. ठीक है, चलो वापस आ जाते हैं स्टॉक्स पे. कहाँ पे थे हम? शक्ति हमने देखा, काबरा ठीक है, करंटली नॉट. सोराम, yeah, NCC is very strong. I think we had discussed this in one of the previous sessions as well. Look at the curves it is making. Once again, it has made another curve here. The more curves it makes, the more times it tests the resistance gets weaker, and I mean the breakout will get stronger, right? And that's the breakout will get stronger. यहाँ पे the volumes have picked up, right? This stock is a liquid stock. यहाँ पे 8-9 million का volume भी होता है, right? तो volume will not give very clear picture कि जहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा spike आपको देखने को मिलेगा, लेकिन yet this stock is giving good volumes. The differentiation is clearly visible in the volume recently. So one can take a long trade here easily with a stop loss of 80 should just, yeah, 80.5 should be a good level for a stop loss. This breakout should come. And if you're planning to hold for a good amount of time, maybe a few weeks, then you can also expect 100, 110, 111 quickly. ठीक है, मूव आ सकता है यहाँ से, around 25% move. There is a question from Harsh Raj. Deepak Nitrate to enter target for the month of July. Okay. Deepak Nitrate. Yeah, I'm in this trade. I posted this trade on Telegram channel. Yes. And the 75 minutes I posted this chart. And when we were here, I posted this chart. Here, right? Just a minute. Yes. Here. At this point, I posted this chart on my Telegram channel, looking at the volumes, looking at the structure. And I said it is likely to move out of the box very soon. And it did very nicely. Clean move up. And then we have this candle. I'm into this trade in futures. I've taken this trade. I've entered maybe somewhere here only. The target would be at 1966, 1964, the first target. Right, at that point of time, I'd book out 50%. And then I'll see where it goes. Right, so first target would be this, looking at the chart. Maybe it will take a halt here. ये जो पहला टारगेट है वहां पे थोड़ा ही रह गया था टारगेट हमारा फ्राइडे को, वहां पे थोड़ा हॉल्ट लेगा और फिर ये ब्रेकआउट देगा फर्दर, यहाँ पे थोड़ा हॉल्ट करेगा and maybe then see it makes sense to book out some here. Okay. Next is from Deepen Shah, Tata Metallics, holding at one book loss or hold. Deepen Shah. Sorry, I wrote his name. Tata Metallics. Tata Metallics holding at 115. There is some here. Yeah, you can hold this stock. The stock is in a range. Put your stop loss. If you're holding it for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, then put your stop loss here, 975, right? For a wide stop loss लगा दो क्योंकि the chart is very strong here, Tata Metallics, and it is likely to move further up, right? So do not want to get caught up with the stop loss. So put your stop loss down there at 985, but below that, if it goes, exit, right? Hold it, no problem. Okay. Perfect Plaza asking about Tata Chemicals and Gati analysis. Tata Chemicals में एक breakout हुआ है, as far as I remember. Yes. Look at this. The view is bullish now, but I do not enter here. I would wait for it to consolidate and see how it performs with this breakout. Minor breakout हुआ है यहाँ पे, but let's see. But anyways, the chart is now, it has given some signs of recovery. यहाँ पे तो chart weak हो गया था. ये जब सपोर्ट टूटा था इसका, ये सपोर्ट जब यहाँ पे टूटा था विद बिग वॉल्यूम्स, लुक एट द वॉल्यूम, तब ये चार्ट मेरे रडार से निकल गया था फॉर लॉन्ग. बट नाउ अगेन विद दिस ब्रेकआउट, माइनर ब्रेकआउट एंड दिस वॉल्यूम, इट इज फिल्ड अप दिस मूव. ये जो मूव हुआ था ये एरिया पे, वो वॉल्यूम इसने फिल अप कर दिया, देन दैट गिव्स अगेन अ बुलिश इंडिकेशन टू मी. ठीक है, टाटा केमिकल्स, द व्यू इज स्ट्रांग. व्यू नाउ आई एम लुकिंग एंड गति में ब्रेकआउट हुआ है, straight line breakout. Chart is strong, trending up. If you're holding, keep on holding it. No problem whatsoever. Here you should have a stop loss at 145 on a weekly closing basis. अगर weekly का price close दे देता है 145 के नीचे, then you should exit. Maybe the price can come here, retest this area and then move up. Can happen because this is a weekly area. ठीक है. Okay, please now do not ask me queries, right? I'll not be able to take queries. I've taken enough. I have to discuss few stocks more. Queries from Asgar Thaveen. HPL chart entry at 48. HPL has been okay. I think you have taken this trade using the chart which for session only, maybe. At 48, it was somewhere here. Yes, maybe at that point of time we had discussed this stock at here, somewhere here. Given a fantastic move, yeah, 55% move. It has already given more than 55% move. So you are holding at 40 from 48. This move, when you see, you should always at least 50%. When you see such kind of move, 9%, 3% to book up. Do not wait. कि सर्किट का लाइफ टाइम नहीं चलेगा, 2-3 दिन ही होता है हार्डली. अब नॉर्मल इवेंट्स मार्केट में बहुत होता है, राइट? तो ये ऐसा मूवमेंट जब आपको मिलता है, यू शुड स्टार्ट एग्जिटिंग, राइट? नाउ वी हैव गॉट दिस कैंडल, देखा आपने 4% डाउन चला गया, तो यू शुड आल्सो, अभी भी लेट नहीं, यू शुड बुक आउट, राइट? You have, once you have got substantial gains, you should book out unless you are planning to hold it for a good amount of time. अगर यहाँ पे वीकली ब्रेकआउट भी नजर आ रहा है मुझे, ठीक है? Chart is very strong, no doubt, but when you are getting good gains and your perspective is short-term trading, you should book out. Lastly, from Dinesh, लाल पाथ लैब. लाल पाथ लैब में काफी सारा इन आउट किया और more than maybe 1 lakh तो एटलीस्ट बुक किया होगा हमने. and I'm still holding this. I'm still holding this in futures. ठीक है, still holding this. See, यहाँ पे हमने थोड़ा एंट्री लिया था, फर्स्ट एंट्री शायद यहाँ पे लिया था हमने, फिर यहाँ पे थोड़ा एंट्री लिया था, फिर अगेन यहाँ पे एंट्री लिया था, थोड़ा यहाँ पे बुक आउट किया था, and price is currently at this major level, major breakout level. अगर ब्रेकआउट यहाँ पे आ जाता है तो बहुत ही अच्छा है हमारे लिए, राइट. अगर नहीं आता है तो it can consolidate for a few days here maybe, right. Let's hope that it moves up. The chart is strong to me. There are no concerns whatsoever in this chart. लाल पतला है, ठीक है. चलो, तो अभी एक आध स्टॉक और जो है वो देख लेता हूँ, अगर अच्छा कोई मिलता है. मैंने लिखा हो एपटेक तो आपको बता दिया, साइबर टेक वो तो पिछले हफ्ते हमने डिस्कस किया था और इसने भी अच्छा मूव दिया, राइट. आई फॉरगॉट टू फॉलो अप. और एनसीसी हमने डिस्कस कर लिया, ठीक है. ज्यादातर स्टॉक्स तो हमने जो थे डिस्कस किए. टाटा कंज्यूमर है, टाटा कम्युनिकेशन, या मे बी वो सिमिलर इंडस्ट्री, राउट मोबाइल जो है वो सिमिलर इंडस्ट्री में है, मे बी, आई डोंट नो, आई एम नॉट श्योर, नीड टू चेक कम्युनिकेशंस. बट यहाँ पे एक एरिया है, एरिया को एक अच्छा रेजिस्टेंस ट्रीट किया था, वापस यहाँ पे आया, छोटा रिजेक्शन, वापस यहाँ पे आ रहा है. मे बी वन मोर कर्व हियर, मे बी, एंड देन boom, breakout can come in Tata Communication. ठीक है, so this stock can be kept on radar. Do not attempt a pre-breakout here. Let it make some more congestion if it wants before the breakout level. Let it break out. Once it starts breaking out, you see volumes coming in, then go long. ठीक है, clear cut आपको दिखेगा चार्ट में कि breakout हो रहा है. Go long at that point of time. Place your stop loss at 1270 and then go for it. Right? काफी सारे stocks today. If you're liking the session, lots and lots of people can be benefited. Apart from that, and let's end the session now. All the best. Happy trading for the coming week, coming months, and best wishes to you.